everybody, welcome to the Fandom Flux podcast, episode 149. It's one episode away from the thing that I really don't want to do, but we apparently have to do because I promised. So, I'm Casey.
Shame on you.
Yeah. We've got, we got Slicer. Slicer. Yay. We have Guy.
Are you sure?
Never. And we have Kenshi.
Hi, I'm Kenshi618, the face that runs the place, or the something that runs the podcast. If you could find something that rhymes with podcast that fits there, I'd be more than happy to take it.
Probably some really obscure organ.
Podcast.
I have to do research on that because I don't think there's anything that really rhymes with podcast as a descriptive term. Or anything that can be used.
This is going to kill my internet, but bear with me.
Why? I didn't mean you. I mean the audience can do this as well. They also have working Google engines.
Broadcast. Rebroadcast.
Did you type in podcast and rhymes?
Yes.
Yes. Pendergast. Rendergast.
Those don't
Harassed.
sound good.
Contrast. Miscast.
Asked. Or asked. Two different spellings. I don't know what the second one means. It's A-S-T.
I don't like any of those.
No. None of these would really work.
There's got to be something.
So,
The dead
Just
hand
like-
of the past that runs the podcast. I don't know.
Just like, you know, I typed in words that rhyme. Well, I typed in insults that rhyme with cast. So that's what I'm searching for right now.
The enthusiast who runs the podcast.
K.
The unsurpassed who runs the podcast.
He
There we
found
go.
one.
I'll
He
take
found
it.
one he
there
likes.
you go.
I'm keeping that.
Guy, what the fuck have you been doing this week?
I don't know. Honestly, how am I meant to keep track?
Really? Alright.
Should I rephrase the question? Guy, what things happened this week?
I gave a lecture on op-amps, I suppose. But, yeah, that happened.
On what?
Op-amps. Operational amplifiers.
Oh. Yeah, I have no idea what that is, so, yeah.
You put it in circuits and you put electricity through it and it does stuff.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Thrilling.
I honestly can't think of anything else.
I mean, was it fun? Was it a fun lecture? Or did you just mind-numbing?
Well, it was a lecture. I mean, how can any lecture be fun, particularly when I have to present it?
Oh,
So
fair enough. I was going to say, I have a history class that's a lecture-based class. It's pretty fun, but...
Well, no, it was like a proper university lecture. It was something I was given to some guys over in America, which it was annoying. It's weird because you can't actually see their faces when you're just talking over a GoToMeeting or whatever. You've got no idea how they're actually reacting. And you're just trying to talk. And yeah, I don't like that. It's a bit like this, only more painful. But I don't mind. Yeah, okay. That's me.
Well, okay then.
Okay. Also, my internet is going to shit, and I'm getting really, really pissed off about it. It's been doing that for the past couple of days, and throttle people again. Yeah, didn't miss that. It's gonna make the video thing we're doing next week so much more fun. All right. I guess we'll try someone interesting then this time. Slice, so what have you been doing this week?
You picked poorly. Anyway, So I got my computer parts all
Yay.
finally. Except Windows 7. I forgot to actually buy a copy of Windows 7, so even if I get it together, I can't actually use it right away. That's the problem. I got most of it together, but I can't find out what plugs into what because nothing is labeled in a sane manner. So we're just going to take it to a computer shop tomorrow and hope they can get it together. Otherwise, I am completely stumped on what to do. And I had a really good game of Overwatch last night, or evening of Overwatch. I found a group of people that actually had mics, and so it's a completely different game when you're playing with people who actually talk.
Wait, you actually play it without playing with people who talk?
Yeah.
I don't play it without people who don't talk. Or I don't play without people who talk.
Yeah, I would prefer to that, but I don't have any current friends because I haven't played Xbox Live forever. So all the friends on that account are either my brothers or I haven't talked to them in like several years. Pretty much. But yeah, I'm not normally a social gamer, so yeah, surprise there.
Well, you picked wise. You picked poorly as far as games go, though.
Yeah, I
a little
know.
bit.
I usually just focus on offense heroes because, I mean, it's kind of their job is to be this solo person. To an extent, anyway. I mean, it works better when you're in a team, obviously, but you can function by yourself. But, yeah, that was my evening last night. It was pretty great. I stayed up way too late playing. Shocker.
Yeah, you kind of do that a lot anyway.
Yeah. So, that was really it. Computer, Overwatch.
See, I'm not completely bored.
So hey, does everyone remember when I said we should start at past so we can give patient one some time to actually arrive? And I said it'll probably take a half hour, and then he'll be here and he can do his. You're not helping with that whole prospect.
I mean, I can try. Let me try.
Okay, Kenshi, go.
Okay, so first of all, I'm pretty sure I got promoted this week
Cool.
at work. Yeah.
That's
Pay
good.
rise. Woo.
I'm not getting a pay raise.
Oh.
I'm just working weekdays now. So instead of having to work on the weekends, which means I can start wrestling/fighting more.
Woo.
Yay.
Because all that shit was happening weekend nights, and I worked weekends overnight, so I could never do anything without, having to rush back to work half dead and not sleep for at least 24 hours.
Yeah, I do remember your tales of 48 hours straight and you got like a half-hour nap in the car or something.
Yeah, so those days will soon be over, which I'm kind of happy about. I just wish it had come under less dubious means. So
Okay.
Did you kill someone to get this
I
job?
didn't kill someone to get this job. Okay.
Why not?
Did you maim someone to get this
I did
job?
I did not kill or maim someone. I just got promoted over someone that I really like.
Oh.
So I don't want good things to happen for the people that I care for.
That's your fault. You should never care for anyone.
I care for few people, but the few people that I care for, I want good things to happen for them.
That's fair.
You see, it's like my affection is very hard to obtain, but once you have it, it's there. Like a tumor.
Yeah. Also, Serpent Guy is very, very aware of how to not care about people. He's playing Rocket League right now, by the way, audience.
I can see that.
One of the benefits of Discord is that I can find out what people are doing when they're not paying attention. And yeah, that's right there. Serpent Guy's playing Rocket League.
Unless I'm playing on my laptop, in which case you can't know anything. Haha.
Don't worry, we know you're always
when I'm
playing
bored.
fucking
Don't
clicker
worry.
games.
Pretty much, yeah.
Also,
Alright,
Crush is totally a porn game now. Just wanted to be clear about
It is.
that.
What, does it have a hentai patch or something?
Yeah, there's a porn version.
Ah, of course.
Sorry, Slicer. You don't get to escape
Eh.
your weirdness. It chased you down.
Why would I want to?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
at a
gotta
certain
own that
point,
trademark.
yeah, at a certain point in your life, you gotta just accept the kind of person you are. I'm pretty sure Slicer reached that point like years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He looked at himself in the mirror and was like, "This is the guy I'm gonna be for the rest of my life," and I'm fine with that. And you know what, Slicer? We're fine with it too.
Awesome. That's great.
That's a cool guy. Anyway, Kenji, you were saying.
All right, so in addition to that, I bought NBA 2K17. Like I said, did not buy Mafia 3 because I saw some things that turned me off of it very quickly, so I didn't get it.
Yeah, I'm hearing some shockingly negative things and seeing some pretty bad stuff too.
Haven't heard anything, so inform me, because I was considering it.
It seems unfinished, which is surprising. Like there's
Is it in this current game market? I mean, that's really common.
I mean, I've seen some glitches and stuff that are just like endless cars going down the street, stuff like that.
What?
Things that you wouldn't expect, like
As
endless
in, like,
cars.
a limo kind of thing?
No.
Like the car just...
like just an endless line of cars for no reason.
Oh.
Things that you wouldn't like expect to see in like this important day and age in any kind of game. You expect better. But yeah, I'm not gonna pick that one up. Just gonna leave it alone. Disappointingly enough.
Well, maybe revisit in the future if they ever do a bunch of patches, which they most likely will. But yeah.
Yeah,
We'll see.
it's not like we're poor for open world sandbox games in the modern age. There's a lot of them now. So if you want to play one of those, you got some fucking options.
I mean, they're still adding stuff to Grand Theft Auto. I wish more of my friends were still playing that, but I still play it, so.
I'd play it with you, but I play on PC, so.
That's unfortunate.
Sorry. Also, our internet connection between us is kind of shit for some unexplainable reason, so... makes me sad.
Yeah. We could have done so much stuff and recorded our shenanigans, but we could have both recorded our shenanigans and then had it in time, so we had two different points of view of our shenanigans.
That would have been cool.
It would have been. I was hoping on that, but not only is your internet connection too bad for it, more than likely, which, I mean, if we could get in the same room, it wouldn't matter, really, as long as we're both there, but with, like, my laptop can't handle games that much. It's not good enough for it. More back to the gaming stuff. In 2K17, nothing has changed from the last time I played that game with my friends. They still play the exact same way, which means they did not improve.
Which means Kenji is still that guy.
What do you mean that guy?
That guy who knows way too much about playing the game and just beats everyone, so no one wants to play against him.
No, I'm trying to team with them.
Oh.
I'm not trying to beat them. We're supposed to be a crew. The goal is to get a 5-man crew so we could like play in leagues and stuff. But right now we only have 3. And my 2 teammates, one is just okay. For those of you who are unaware, NBA 2K17 is a basketball game. Surprise! And in that game, you pretty much have to create a character. You don't have to go through the career or anything. You just have to create a character. You can just leave them alone if you want to and just play exhibition games and online with the teams that already exist. But if you want to, you can play as a solo player and team with other solo players and just do that thing, which is really fun. So for the sake of this crew that I was trying to set up, I created a center, which is a really tall guy that, you know, when they jump off for the ball, for the uninitiated sports people. Yeah. Okay, yeah, just the big tall guy.
I watch Kuroko basketball. I understand all the shenanigans that go into basketball.
I don't know what you know and what you don't know, so I feel like I have to start explaining everything until you cut me off.
There's like the zone, right? And it makes your eyes go electric. And then you do really, really good at the basketball.
Yeah, sure.
I think Kenji's mad at me now.
I'm not mad at you, I'm just disappointed.
You shouldn't be. You should really be expecting this at this point. By the way,
yeah,
patience here.
But I'm not surprised. Let's get his behind up in this piece.
Anyway,
I've
keep
been
going.
patient. Patiently waiting for patient. That's what I've been doing.
We have started
Apologies.
recording, patient, by the way, so hi.
Yeah, I figured as much. I lost track of time.
That's
I
It
forgot.
happens.
it happens.
It's okay. We're not that far in.
Yeah. I'm also never
See?
mad about it the first time. It's when it keeps happening, like with Zero or Slicer sometimes. Kenshi.
You see,
Guy,
Casey, I told
so-
you, I told you I'd drag this out long enough for him to get here before we got through the. What are we
Yeah.
doing?
Appreciate it. I said we would wait until past so patient has time to get on, and then Guy and Slicer finish their stuff in like 10 minutes. So I'm like, great, thanks. So
Well, I'm sorry my life is so boring.
I don't blame
too.
you. I mostly blame Guy, but you know that's kind of part of the course. All right, he's used to it. Kenshi, keep going. Sorry.
All right, so I created a center for the sake of this team because every team we played against the last time we tried this thing had like everybody on their other teams was freakishly large. Like everyone was a center or a power forward, which are like the biggest and strongest people in the game.
So in basketball, why would you ever have someone who's not the biggest? Like you would always choose the maximum height, wouldn't you? For every position.
No, because then you wouldn't be fast, and you wouldn't be able to shoot, and you wouldn't be able to do actual things that would help you score and steal and things of that nature. So having a balanced crew is best, which is why I made a center.
Yeah.
And they didn't change at all. Like, my one friend is still purely a spot-up shooter. He won't do anything else but run around the three-point line waiting to get open and get a shot. And when he doesn't get it, he gets mad and won't do anything to change his game. My other friend is a ball hog who put no points into passing or defense whatsoever. So he's just completely worthless to us. His overall rating is an 89 out of 100. None of those points went into defense.
Your friends suck.
Yeah.
They do suck. They do.
Okay.
So yeah, there's that. Also, the last thing I really have is I got like 3 wrestling DVDs of like the most prestigious tournament in North America of independent wrestlers. And independent wrestling is a lot like independent music. You toil around on shows that nobody watches until somebody sees you and wants you on their show that's in front of slightly more people, and you steadily progress up until you get signed and sell out.
Sounds about right. Yep.
Yeah. So this is like everyone in these DVDs is like right at the point before they get signed for real. And they're really good. And it's just, this is some of the stuff in here, stuff I'll never be able to do. And I'm just going to link like a teaser to like one of the DVDs just because more people need to see this shit in my mind. So yeah. I'm halfway through watching those DVDs, and I'm thinking to myself, I'll never be this good. And it makes me sad inside.
Oh.
Wow, it sounds like you're a bad wrestler.
I'm not bad, I'm just new.
Yeah.
I've only been doing this for a year.
Oh,
That's enough time to make you certain that you'll never be that good, really?
No, but, you know what I mean? I feel like if my expectations are low, I can never be disappointed, but it never stops me from being good at stuff. I just always think I suck at everything, even if stuff I'm good at.
Yeah.
Such dreadful self-esteem.
Yeah, he has low self-esteem. Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm never satisfied with anything I do.
I used to be but it wasn't pleasant.
I think yours and Kenshi's situations might be slightly different. See, he is down on himself all the time to the point where he's like, oh, everything I do sucks. But he also has such an incredibly big ego that he will just fucking do it anyway because he doesn't care.
Foxy the Silver Fox.
Basically. Which works for him
everything-
because, you know, he is actually usually pretty good at stuff that he does. So,
Even when other people say it's good, it's never up to my own standards for myself. Because they're so highly elevated.
Just keep practicing. That's all you can do.
I do. Practicing hurts, but it's also fun. So I keep doing it. Exactly. And I think that's... Oh, yeah, I'm getting a tattoo.
Yeah?
I'm cool.
Yes. Yes, I am.
What's it going to be?
Let me see. Let's see. I think I have the design here somewhere.
Oh, cool.
See if I can pull it up real quick and give it to you guys. Where you at, tattoo design? Put you somewhere. Where'd you go? And can't find it. Damn it. I have to find it again. Wait. Oh, here we go. Found it. One moment, por favor. Just vamp for me.
You could just describe it, but I mean, okay.
You need to see it.
Okay. I'm looking at this wrestling promo. I can't actually watch it because, capturing video. I'm just seeing the name Matthew Riddle, and that doesn't feel like a wrestler name.
That's just the thumbnail. I mean, you're stuck in the 80s where the stereotypical wrestler names are like the Stomper and Lightning Kid and all that horse shit.
It is. Yes, I want that to be the norm.
That was probably better than, modern day wrestlers where everyone's just a fucking name, but even then the names are cool names. Matthew Riddle, it feels like he should maybe be a Matty or something. I don't know. Play on the whole Daredevil thing.
Well, he's also very new.
So that's the tattoo design?
Yes.
I like
Pretty
it.
much.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty solid. Is it going to have the letters on it?
I'm not decided yet.
I'd probably go with no. Personally.
Yeah, no. Just the design.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem a little on the nose, doesn't it? All right, I'll take that into advisement and probably get rid of those letters then. Thanks, Brain Trust.
You're welcome.
And
We're
I think
definitely the
that's...
top authority on tattoos.
Well, I mean, it's not... I mean, if normal people think your tattoo is shitty, then that's what matters, because mostly normal people don't care once they're going to see it anyway. So...
Yeah. I've been considering getting a tattoo for a few years now, but I've not found a design that I'd want to get. And it doesn't help that I am incredibly hairy.
We really needed that update, thank you.
It's a ick if important detail. So I don't know.
It really is something that just really gets in the way of the idea. There are very few spaces on my body where it would just be able to be seen. If I was to get an animal tattoo, like Ken's design here, it would look like it was trapped in a thicket.
Ew, stop!
We're definitely painting a picture there, Casey.
I stole the Bill Bailey joke. I'm not sorry, but it really would look like that, and it's not. It wouldn't look good. So I need to. I don't know. I'd say an arm tattoo, maybe upper arm, probably work, but
That's where that's going.
Yeah, that's one of the
Or you
few
just say
spaces.
fuck it and I hate life and then get it on your face.
No, that's hairy too. I've got a fucking full beard now. I need to shave it off before we do video.
Yeah, and he probably has
That's weird.
bangs, so it can't go on his forehead.
At the moment, no, I have short hair at the moment.
Oh, never mind then. Smack that shit on your forehead.
Yeah, I'm sure that wouldn't have any unpleasant connotations.
Or you can Mike Tyson it up.
I
Get it
don't.
around your eye.
Oh, right.
You never seen Mike Tyson's tattoo?
No.
Google Mike Tyson.
See, that's the stupid thing, is he actually pulls it off. It doesn't look bad.
No!
It's like one of the few face tattoos that actually works.
I have a sneaking suspicion I wouldn't pull it off. Just
No,
As a
God,
guess.
no.
I mean, maybe. I mean, your white hair makes you look like kind of culty already, and the red eyes and stuff. So maybe a face tattoo might work for you, depending on what it is.
Yeah.
You might develop a startling physical presence because of your face tattoo. That may be the last thing you need to pull it off.
Maybe
They
I
all
just
come
don't
together.
quite look like enough of a neo-Nazi yet.
Anyway, Paige, you were saying words before that happened.
Sorry, just one quick thing. Because for the sake of the audience, that I'm going to know that I cut that out. Guy had to drop out because incredible feedback issues. It was piercing, and usually I just leave it in and just let it sort itself out, but this was bad, so we're just cutting it out. Guy is now gone, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
Poor guy. Anyway, I was saying that on the note of facial appearances, we haven't done any practicing for next week's video podcast yet, have we? Or
We
at
haven't,
least I
no.
haven't been contacted about it.
we haven't. No, I mean last time we
Practicing as in
last
giving
time
a
we did it,
run
we
through
just
to make sure
fucking
everything
did it.
works, or
What's your concern?
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've simply never used the technology before. I mean, I haven't ever used face Google Conversations or whatever it is before for a video call.
Okay, well, we can sort that out. Get it set up. It isn't an incredibly complicated it can be a mildly complicated process for me because my computer decides I don't want to find anyone ever. So actually getting in contact with people is the tricky part, but aside from that, it's usually fine. It's
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
pretty straightforward.
All right, fair enough.
Just remember to wear pants. Or if you're not wearing pants, keep the camera elevated above where your pants aren't.
it's pretty important.
Of course, it's important.
Because I'm pretty sure Slicer was not wearing pants last time we did this.
I
did that.
cannot confirm or deny that because I don't remember.
Okay, Guy thinks he's got it sorted.
Can you hear it? Or
Yeah,
And
you're
I
fine,
think I
you're
can
fine.
still hear you.
right, okay.
Okay, also, next time you say, think I've got it sorted, and just jump into the call, apropos of nothing, maybe wait for me to say, okay, jump in, or something instead. So,
Right, okay, sorry.
it's alright, just saying for future reference.
Alright, that's pretty much all I got for this week.
So, who does that leave? Who?
That leaves me and you, patient. So, would you like to go next, or shall I go?
I'll go ahead and go myself. I mean,
Sure.
not much to talk about. A few college projects due this week that I actually managed to complete on time and turn in, and good grades all around. On one of them, my group got the highest in the class. Aside from that, it's just been a pretty slow week. Not much to complain about. I haven't been going to class much this week due to 3 periods this week being canceled due to a professor's sickness. Still, I'm not sure if tomorrow's class is going to be canceled as well. But time will tell. Aside from that, now that Hurricane Matthew has blown over, the Crossbrain is finally getting back to work on
Yeah.
the next one.
Because Zom was like right in the middle of that, right?
Yeah, he had to take shelter in a nearby gymnasium, and after he got back home, the Wi-Fi was knocked out for a little while. But the problem is resolved now, and we're getting back to work on it. We're aiming for 40,000 words for this chapter, and we're over halfway there right now.
Yeah.
But,
Wow, that's
nice.
a big chapter.
well, our usual standards since the Alabasta arc is more words per chapter, so
I'm going to assume that was like 30,000 words per chapter. Because
yes,
you cut out a
that's
little
what
bit. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, since the Alabasta arc, or maybe it was just since the conclusion of the Skypedia arc, that's been our standard 30,000 words for each chapter we publish. And it's quite enjoyable, if I do say so myself.
I guess it must be easier considering you've got 3 people working on it.
Yes, having 3 people working on it does make it easier to do so.
I imagine that
Even
probably
if
presents
much of
its own problems, but yeah, it would be easier in a lot of ways.
testing.
No, we can hear you.
Looked like I was fading out for a second there.
No, you're fine. Don't pay too much attention to the connection speed thing. I'll let you know if it's getting choppy.
Fair enough. Class, cross-screen. Not much else going on with me. Just another week in the life.
Yeah. Seen anything? Played anything?
Well, I recently... I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say that you guys are at least somewhat familiar with the series Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, yeah. A little bit.
Fairly.
I'm not the sort to play horror games myself, but I looked up a few Let's Plays of the Five Nights at Freddy's games, and it eventually led me to an older game by Scott Cawthon when he trolled since FNAF game's release. Instead of releasing the actual game, he released a program that was an older game of his that just had Freddy's head plastered over the character's head in the game. It was an old game for an app called Sit and Survive. Or basically, you're just trying to build up your defenses and survive for as many turns as you can.
Mm.
It's honest how it
I do too, actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's kind of like
So,
tower defense is what you just said? Sorry, you did cut out a little bit there.
Yeah, it's sort of like that. It's free on the App Store to download. It's a pretty fun game, so maybe look into it. No horror elements in that one, just...
Yeah.
Honestly, Sit and Survive sounds like the name of the genre he kind of, not created, but made popular.
It really does, actually. That's the first thing I thought of. That sounds a lot like every other game that he's made.
Come to think of it, you're right.
Yeah. I mean, I watched, it's Sister Location, the new one?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's the newest one.
Yeah, I watched, the Achievement Hunters play that one for a bit. Yeah, that game looked really, really slow. And if it wasn't supposed to be scary, and admittedly was kind of a little bit tense, it would be really, really boring. Like
That one honestly seems more story-driven than survival horror than the other ones.
for the
It really
first day
does,
it seemed
yeah.
like it, but the second day you got the impression that, yeah, this is where the gameplay starts and this is what you're going to be doing for the entire game. And, yeah.
It requires a certain amount of... wait for it. Patience.
Knew that was going. It wasn't you. As soon as you said the wait for it, I got that one.
It's turning a little bit into Barney Stinson with that joke. It's... Okay.
You started it, remember?
I really didn't. I think you started it, okay? I think that's how this works. You came up with a joke that you based on your name, and then you used it every 30 seconds, and then I called you out on it. I think it still counts as you starting it there.
To be fair, you really can't criticise cast members for having brick jokes that they say over and over again on every single episode.
Okay,
Yeah.
I left you for last just for the sake of doing the patient one. You've been so patient. Remember that?
Also, Casey, you do the anticipation joke quite often.
No, I don't. I used that once. Didn't I?
It feels like it was more. I
Was
don't
it?
know.
I only remember it once.
Oh, fair enough.
But then again, I came on board after 100-some-odd episodes.
I might have used that once before then, but no, I think I don't use that much. No. No, you guys are crazy.
Alright. Anyway, that's me. So, Casey, what's been going on with you? Any progress on that horrible doctor?
Not really. My appointment for all the stuff that I'm getting done at my GP's office is next week, so that's still waiting on that. And waiting for the NHS to get back to me on my referral for the neurologist, so that'll take as long as it takes, basically, because it's the NHS and it's slow as balls.
But is it free?
Yes, it's free, but, you know, if you have cancer, then you will still be waiting 6 months for an appointment, for example. So, yeah.
Anything less depressing?
Let's see. What have I been doing this week? I have spent an inordinate amount of time trying to get mods to work for Stardew Valley. Like, we're literally talking several days out of my week trying to get it to work.
You just have too much free time on your hands or something. Like, you gotta waste a couple more 100 hours of your life.
If he had too much time on his hands, he would be... Have you seen that channel King of Dominoes on YouTube?
I thought you were really going to say patient there.
No, haven't seen
why
that
would
one.
I
But
do
no.
that?
I can make an assumption based on the name what his content is, though.
Yeah. Very impressive work, I think.
Yeah. Also, too
No, I
much time on
suppose-
my hands. I spend like 20 hours a week on this fucking channel. So, you know, the amount of time I am stuck sitting, waiting, doing nothing, waiting for videos to render is not a small amount, okay? So,
But
need
do
to
you
fill the time with
enjoy
something.
the overall project, Casey?
sorry?
Do you enjoy the overall project?
Yeah, I guess. Like I say, it's the shitty parts that are shitty. So, is someone cutting the nails? Like the
Yeah, that's what I'm
toenails?
thinking too.
Maybe. I might be doing that.
I feel like that's a special kind of disinterest, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing: he can't really stop now because he'll forget that he didn't finish, and he'll have uneven nails.
Yeah.
Apparently, because he's very clearly not stopped, because we can hear it in the fucking microphone.
That's not disinterest. That's just me not having time to normally do it, so...
Yeah, okay, if you say so, Chad.
Yeah, Slicer's schedule is too packed to cut his nails, so he has to do it now. The only
You
time
want me
when
to do it in the
still-
car while I'm driving? Because I've done that.
Ew.
Ew.
That's safe.
Also not sanitary. Do you clean it out, or are there just random toenails like all in your car somewhere?
I can't do toenails while I'm driving. That's insane. It's
Nails,
fingernails. And I
fine,
and
whatever. You
I
have
have a
random
garbage
fingernails.
can in my car.
Somehow I doubt all the fingernails make it in there.
Okay, I'm not going to be able to carry on... Because every time
What?
I'm going to hear him fucking snip, it's just going to make me stop and break down laughing.
Just ignore it, like I will. You're stronger. You're stronger than this.
I'm really not. Okay.
Here, I will just mute my mic until I'm done. You
Okay.
person.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, but you can imagine it now, can't you? Old sniff.
Shut up. Yeah, so trying to mod Stardew Valley. I picked the worst possible time to try and start modding that game. Because I think I mentioned last week that a big patch update came out recently. Which means every single mod that anyone made over the past 6 months has broken.
Absolutely.
Yep, pretty much. So the entire modding community is in a mad scramble to get everything working with the 1.1 update. So that's been fun.
So you don't know what you're getting.
Basically, yeah.
You don't know if what you're downloading will work or not.
So it's a case of looking through the archives and seeing anything that's got 1.1 on the end of the title. Those are probably fine. Everything else, it's kind of a crapshoot. And there was one that I really wanted that had been, like, the mod creator had abandoned the project or he just hasn't been seen in a while. But someone, a fan of the mod, had decided to update it for him to the 1.1. So they had done that, but the mods that are needed for that update to work, that particular mod to work, they hadn't been updated yet. So it was a case of me trying to figure out what the problem was when it was something I literally could not have possibly fixed on my own. So that was how I spent a couple of days until I just said, hey, this doesn't seem to be working. Here's my fucking data log of everything that has been going wrong and the error messages I'm getting. Eventually it got fixed. Yay! So, I have that game modded to my specifications and I'm going to be playing it more. Yay. I really like that game. It's still a really good game.
Good to hear, Casey. That's very good.
To me, that sounded mildly patronizing. I don't know whether that was intended or not.
It certainly wasn't.
Okay, fair play.
It's just kind of the unfortunate tone of voice his voice has. So, also, I'm done. By the way, you can get back to being sane.
Okay. Cutting toenails into the microphone. Creepy. All right.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Okay. I guess.
In my defense, I was as far away as I could be with the wire maze I'm trapped in.
Mm-hmm.
This mic is just really good.
Yeah, they're using Snubble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Solid microphone.
That's the one I bought back in like the 30th episode. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, pretty good. What the fuck else have we been doing? That's something I can briefly talk about, I guess. I don't actually remember why, but over the past few weeks I've been getting back into Jimmy Eat World in a really big way.
Because I reminded you of Gorillas last week, and you were like, "Huh, what bands did I like back then?"
This was like past like 3 weeks ago or so.
Oh. Okay.
I think I might have listened to one of their old albums on YouTube. I thought, I don't know what they've been doing. Turns out, making music, so they have like 6 or 7 albums at this point, and yeah, pretty damn good. It's like, fair enough. So I've been listening to their entire discography on like loop.
Hey, God, you know who Jimmy Eat World is?
Not even slightly.
No.
I figured not.
Please don't tell me. I don't really want to know, to be honest.
I know you don't care about popular culture in any way, shape, or form. We all understand.
I mean, he doesn't care about society in general. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
actually, that's pretty true. I really don't.
Yeah.
It's kind of just something that happens. It doesn't really need caring about.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I hate you, guy. All right.
I don't know or care either, so...
Why is the black guy the only one of this podcast other than Casey that knows about Jimmy Eat World?
I don't know. Like,
I don't know what it is, so I can't answer that question.
I'm kind of depressed about this, to be honest. You guys are all so fucking lame.
Are you as depressed about this as you were when like half the podcast that didn't know who Motorhead was?
I think the Motorhead thing is worse, just like on the whole of it and the face of it, because holy shit, Motorhead is like not knowing. I can't think of a decent comparison because it's Motorhead. Not knowing who Motorhead is like not knowing who Motorhead is. That's the comparison because it's
Not knowing who Motorhead is kind of like not knowing who Guns N' Roses is a little bit.
Who?
Yeah. Guy, don't take the piss, okay? There's a limit, okay?
Like, I'd put it on that level.
Yeah, it is kind of on that level, yeah. You're not wrong.
I'm not overly familiar with Guns N' Roses, but I've at least heard of them.
Pretty much.
I know...
That's all we're asking. That's all we ask.
How about Motorhead?
It rings a bell.
Ace of Spades.
I'm sorry, Ace of Spades?
No?
Okay, we're just making ourselves sad
Yeah.
now. We're just making ourselves sad. We should stop.
Yeah, we should stop.
Yeah, it's almost like people who write fan fiction for well, don't really care much about rock music and things like that. Who knew?
I don't know. It might be an age thing because like most of you fuckers are millennials and I'm kind of not.
I mean, it's an iconic song and it's an iconic band. Fuck you guys. God. Jesus. You called me uncultured. You fuckers know Shakespeare and all this horse shit, but you don't know fucking Motorhead? God damn it.
Are you quite finished?
I'm having so much fun right now.
It is fairly fun, isn't it?
Fuck! What's wrong with people?
So many things.
I can see that.
You see, this is one of those rare instances where it's like the ignorance pays off because this is just so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. I guess I'm gonna have to make phantom references on everything and see if you guys get it. And every time you don't, I'm gonna be sad inside.
That's just setting yourself up for sadness.
But it's amusing to the audience, I'd assume.
I can't argue that.
My pain is their pleasure.
Yep.
That is how viewership works.
Time ago.
That's what's the term? Comedic sociopathy or something like that?
That sounds about right.
Schadenfreude, something like that.
My favorite thing.
I'll bet.
I'm a spiteful asshole. Sue me.
Yeah.
All right, Casey.
All right.
You were talking about stuff.
I was? Was I talking about stuff? Yeah, Jimmy Eat World's a cool band. Everyone should go check out their stuff. Like, Sweetness, it's a good song. Classic. Anthem, really good. Big Casino, really good song.
Their hit was The Middle years
The Middle
and years ago.
Was their hit years and years ago. You probably heard it in, like, I think Apple did an ad with, like, Taylor Swift dancing to it or something recently. And
It's been in a few places.
yeah. Good songs. So, you know, check it out. It's a good band. I can't think of what else I've done, which is disappointing because I know I've done other stuff. That sucks. Is someone else cutting their nails now?
I did it just to get a reaction. Shit. Now you know how funny it was for all of us to hear that twice?
I was wondering how loud it would be because I was going to find a way, but that's perfect.
Just did it to the point. I'm done.
Okay. Thanks
Casey,
for
don't
that.
murder anyone or yourself.
I miss Skype. I used to be able to drop people from the call.
I remember that. That was a thing.
Fandom Flux is grooming itself. that work as a title?
I mean,
Cunning
yeah,
and Stealth seems a bit lame. Okay. I guess that's my week done, because I don't fucking remember anything, and I keep getting interrupted by people cutting their nails somehow.
Grooming?
That's... Yeah.
I mean, Casey, cuticle growth waits for no man.
Okay. So, randomly this week.
I did actually remember one thing from my week. I think it was like last week, but I wasn't on last week. So me and the girlfriend saw Storks. Go see that movie. It is hilarious.
Really?
It's pretty good.
Yes.
You
it's really good.
Stop sleeping on animated movies. They've been pretty good.
I mean, I like animated films. It's just that one in particular didn't seem like it would be something that was good. Like,
I didn't think it was going to be either, but no, it was.
It
was
looked
really
like
good.
it was a very, very family picture kind of thing.
In a sense, it kind of is, but I mean that doesn't really detract anything from it.
Yeah, but like, I mean, for families with little kids and such thing, I mean, that's the joke. Storks, how babies are made or something.
It's actually kind of a film about orphans or ignored children.
That's darker than I was expecting, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what caught me off guard too, and made it more interesting.
Okay. I actually have to see that then. Fair enough.
Wake Up Girls, I believe is what we're getting to next.
I mean, I don't want to.
Yeah, okay, obligatory joke. Wake up, boys. It's time for Wake Up Girls. Yeah.
Wow. Are you proud of that one?
No, like I say, it was obligatory. It had to be said.
I mean, all you did was just depress me that there's not a chick on this podcast.
We tried.
Yeah.
I mean, I've tried multiple times to say, hey, we'd love to have you on the podcast, and almost every single one of them has said, no, I don't feel comfortable being on microphone, and that's...
I mean, to be fair, I am intimidating.
How do you know she's actually a girl?
I suppose you can't really know in most cases.
Can't,
but...
no, but...
Until you talk to them on mics that they refuse to go on.
Yeah.
But
fair play. Yeah, so Wake Up Girls. This was a confusing show. I have to assume there was something before this show. Like there was a film or something, because this...
I looked at the Wikipedia page. There's nothing.
But...
I mean, it seemed like it was just setting the groundwork for what was going to be a very, very long drama circulated around idols.
Okay, but it had the entire cast. They already knew each other and everything, and it was like they even did a flashback of events that had taken place before.
You see, as far as I know, they did one show together thus far.
Yeah.
And one of them was already in a group before then and got removed for reasons that were not expunged upon in the first episode.
To be fair, there's nothing major there that it needs to be explained in different series, is there? It's just they set up the flashback as the premise.
Yeah, but they had the recap, and it sounded like the plot for a film. Like, okay, there's this group, and they want to form an idol group because it sounds like fun, and one of them happens to be a former idol that was disgraced, and that's their ticket into, signing with an agency and stuff, because they have one of them that's actually used to be famous. Yep. And then there's this producer lady who eventually gets them a show and everything, and then ends up stealing the money or something that happened. It felt like the premise for a film. Like, yeah, that to be fair, was a thing that actually...
It does sound like you could build an entire arc around that by itself.
Well, but
it seems odd that they would just skip all that.
To be fair, it's otherwise you would just have the first dozen episodes or something about the girls meeting each other and saying, "Hey, let's go do an idol group for some reason."
But we
Yeah,
skipped that and we just
introducing the characters, like you're supposed to do at the start of a show.
Well, yeah, but you don't need that part. You can just introduce the story in the story. And that's what they did, which is fine, really.
Okay.
I mean, it was hardly like they became
it-
world famous
Okay,
before the
so
start of the story. It was just a small show.
this is agreement Guy and I will have constantly. He is a massive fan of in medias res. I am, generally speaking, not. I can accept it in certain circumstances where, yes, it will still give you time to get to know the characters. This didn't do that, so I am confused and annoyed. Guy's just kind of rolling with the punches, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I still say it's more your problem than mine.
What's that term you said? Okay.
In medias res, it means starting in the middle of the story, basically.
Ah, okay.
I hate that. I hate it so much.
I'm trying to think of instances of it where I enjoyed it.
It's done all the time. There's nothing wrong with it.
It is done all the time,
I
but
normally
usually...
I don't.
If you start off slow, then it can crucify a story because you want to show in the interesting stuff at the beginning. You don't want to show normal characters doing boring stuff, saying, "Hey, let's meet up or talk about this." It's particularly in fan fiction. There's too much. People, and this is
started with actually just
done, really.
You know what started with actually just introducing the characters and showing them being just characters and friends and stuff? Canon. The most popular example of exactly this style of show.
I've never seen it. I can't judge.
Also, the problem with showing something interesting and then showing something boring? People want the interesting thing. So then they want you to hurry up. So you end up either rushing or you just lose fans, readers, whatever, because they just lose interest.
Wouldn't you lose interest if you did the other way as well?
I would argue no, because your expectations and the hype of the story starts low, and it builds up. I mean, I don't know, it's how it works for me.
Okay, here's the problem with the in medias res thing. This is a big cast. Like, for usual shows, this is 8 people that you immediately have to know and associate with personality traits that we haven't actually seen yet. I know there is a girl that likes to eat. I know there is a girl who used to be an idol. That's all I know about all of the characters.
I would say it's because that is such a big cast that they had to start in the middle, if you want to call it that. Because otherwise, setting up all of those characters from the beginning would have been nightmarish. It would have been horrible. Instead, they started off at the most interesting part, the part where, yes, stuff is happening, let's go into the story. And then all you have to accept as the backstory is, yes, these girls know each other, they're in a singing group. And then you see the characters as the actual story goes on.
But it still seems odd, even in that circumstance, it still seems odd that they would skip over the beginning of the story, because that's literally what they did. They skipped the beginning.
I would consider the beginning of the story starting at their first ever gig, which it was shown at the very beginning, actually. I wouldn't even say that's true. Don't get me wrong, I didn't enjoy it, but I feel like I have to defend this here, because that's not really a fair criticism of it, I don't think. It's their story started at their first gig when they were in stage for one person in the crowd or whatever. That's when they became the band, and then that's where they go from there.
Now,
before
they
it is just meeting
so
up,
much
talking,
of
practicing.
just the characters, though.
Guy, Casey, shut up. Hold up. Okay, Guy. Casey understands all this, but for him, in order to get engrossed in any kind of story at all, he needs to have an understanding of the characters.
Oh yeah, that's fair enough. Everyone's allowed different points of view.
Now, I don't have any problems with how it started. I understand why they did what they did. I understand why Casey believes that what they did wasn't good. I'm just trying to get this all,
Yeah, okay.
I'm trying to be Switzerland up in this piece. Neutral.
That's okay. That works.
Have you been watching Luke Cage by any chance?
Actually, that's the thing I forgot, because last night I fucking binge watched the whole thing and didn't sleep, and now I'm here.
Okay.
Right. They say that it's West Switzerland term in that too, so yeah.
I thought about Luke Cage right as I said Switzerland, but I hope no one would pick up on it.
Alright, fine. Apparently, once again, as always happens, me and Guy are going to end up agreeing to disagree on the whole in medias res thing. It happens every time. So...
But primarily, I still think I'm right, so...
That's what agree to disagree means.
Agree, yeah.
I like it when you guys argue.
Right then. So, do we have any more, or shall we move to selecting the next random A?
I feel like we haven't actually talked about it much aside from how the setup was. So,
yeah, but do you actually want to talk about it? I mean, does
why not?
anyone here have anything we can say about idol groups?
We picked the show. We might as well talk. That's what the entire point of the topic is. So
we did not pick the show, but okay.
Setup is, I'll frame it the same way the show does. So setup is, there's a group of girls. They decided to form an idol group before the show started, and they got a manager who was kind of shitty at a talent agency that is kind of shitty. And they managed to put a show together. It was crap. It was on Christmas Eve. And there was very few people in the audience, but they had a great time doing it, and they want to keep doing it. And they're all doing the New Year's celebration, traditional Japan, pulling fortunes and all that stuff that they do. And they get a call. It's their manager saying, hey, this big shot manager for different idol groups or something. I forget the exact details of what he used to do. He wants to help you guys out, and we're going to actually try and make you famous. Cool? Cool. And then they meet the manager guy, and he is a skeevy arsehole that, as soon as he walks in the door, drops a string bikini on the table and says, put that on.
I'm going to try that as a pickup line from now on.
I'm sure it'd go over great.
I mean, the worst thing she can say is no.
Yeah.
No, the worst thing she
can
say is a slap to the face.
Well, I mean, you expect the kick in the balls, we get a slap in the face as victory. So, just going with those expectations.
Fair.
The Kenshi philosophy.
I mean,
I can't argue that logic as much as I want to.
So, was your joke there that you wanted to be as skeevy as that manager guy? Was that the joke? I think that was the joke.
It was a good pickup for say to someone else.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
so,
Guy's not all about all that romance. He's straight to the point. Like, yo, we're gonna do this or not. I know you don't know my name, but come on. Are you into this? Yes or no? Right now, I got shit to do.
Okay. So again, aside from all the crap that me and Guy constantly argue about, what did people actually think about this show? I'm not expecting too many positive comments, but try.
It was what it was. It's not for us, but yeah, I can imagine someone else enjoying it, I guess. But just not us.
The idea of what you described sounds interesting. I mean, at least they went that dark place with it. I mean,
you can't really call it dark at all, though, can you? It was probably just one throwaway line at the end, saying, "Yeah, but look at this guy's opinion."
That being said, that is actually not far off from what you might expect as an idol in Japan. It's kind of, that is a thing that they do. It's wear string bikinis and be underage. Oh, Japan. So it's dark, but still kind of expected, so I would actually not be too surprised if not necessarily all of them, but some of them actually went along with it. I haven't watched the second episode because I didn't care, obviously. But
I mean, they were not playing any of this for laughs at all. Like, this seemed more dramatic than anything else.
Yeah. I mean, there was the girl that liked to eat who I admit was adorable. I have a weird thing for girls that enjoy food, apparently. I like Sacha Braun from Attack on Titan as well. It's very strange. I didn't know that about myself until I watched the show. But that was about the height of comedy you got from the show, was this girl likes to eat and she talks with a mouthful. That's about all you got.
Yeah, it was a very cutesy comedy type style, I guess.
So I just looked up Wake Up Girls episode 2, and the first image is all the girls in bikinis. So I guess they go for it.
Well, you got to have that hook at the end of the first episode.
They're not string bikinis, granted, but...
And then immediately pay it off in the second episode. That is how you hook people. Japan.
I weep for the future.
I weep for the present.
Yeah, this happened 2 years ago, patient. Yeah. I mean, I don't get to complain much. I still enjoy High School DxD, but still. So, I guess that's all we got to say about that particular anime. It's not really for us. I feel like it's intended for the creeper otaku kind of crowd. That, pretty girls, panty shots kind of guys.
I mean,
it didn't feel like a girl show.
That. Like, I remember the only thing that sticks out is that scene where they were like showing like the actual famous idol group on the screen, and those two dudes were talking about them, and like those dudes are like 30.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Those girls are like 15. Those dudes are like 30. Yep. I wish she was my girlfriend. Yep. Okay. That's... Japan. Thanks, Japan. Yeah. That's the crowd that this show's aimed at. Like, yeah. Okay.
I mean, we have cultural relevant shows too. I mean,
yeah.
they're in every society has a show that's catered toward that society. There's no attempt at globalization. It happens.
But I'm just gonna resolve to continue not being that creepy. So gotta have goals. I guess we can say we're done with Wake Up Girls now. So
being that creepy all the time sounds tiring.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the closest to it, so you would know more than us.
Well, that's easier when you're a teenager, but like...
Number generator and list.
Patient really doesn't want to talk about this.
Fine.
No, Patient doesn't want us to go through another podcast without getting to the topics.
We're at about an hour and 10 now, I think.
Shit, that's a fair point. It might actually happen.
Yeah, we just roll quick and we'll get it out of the way. No one has vetoes, so we can't double up or anything. So
I still have.
Yeah, those.
Oh yeah, Patient and Guy still have vetoes. Guy will only use it to piss us off, and Patient, I don't know what Patient would use it for. I'm curious to find out, but Anyway, 26.
Wait, Casey, when did you use yours?
Last week.
Used it last week, and it did not pay off at all.
So last week it was another slice of life girls comedy show trying to rip off K-On! And I vetoed it, and then we got, I think it was Naruto, and I think Zero vetoed that. And then
wait, why would you even need a veto?
I said that too, but apparently we needed to see it.
It came up on the list. Once we'd seen it, we'd have seen it, and that would have been it. But Zero vetoed it, so it's just put off until it comes up again.
Huh. Okay. Anyway,
26.
26.
4.
C!
What?
Numbers counts first.
Oh, I thought the name of the anime was C. I was really confused.
141.
141, you say?
C is also the name of a show, by the way. I think it's the first on the list. Yeah, C, The Money of Soul and Possibility Control.
Huh.
Yeah.
I've watched that. It's good.
Out of 141, we get 75. Damn, right?
God.
Almost
Vamp, motherfuckers.
Dab in the middle. So yeah, last week Casey picked a show about idols, or we got a show about idols, and then Casey uses veto, and we got a show about idols, which I thought was just hilarious. It was great.
And what do we do this week? Drumroll?
He was not pleased, but he's still counting, so we'll find out in a second.
Honestly, if you're gonna watch an idol anime, you may as well watch Super Sonico. Isn't that like the best one?
I mean,
objectively speaking,
we don't got no choice here, Slicer. We get what the magic number tells us to do.
that's a fair point.
The dice gonna do what the dice gonna do.
Oh,
And he
that's
is
a good
not
sign.
happy.
So, Chubra.
Damn it! I knew it was gonna be that because a fucking cursor is hovering over that right now.
So what?
Chubra. I'll link it if you like.
Yes, please.
The story centers on Nayu, a middle school girl who... Oh god, it's middle school girls. This is even worse. Okay, so who shocks her schoolmates on the first day of school by wearing a black lace panties.
Wow.
Thank you,
How
Guy.
can that
Thank
creep
you.
be?
Oh
All right.
god, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You don't even know.
Even
I know you wanted to troll us, but you
that.
just fucking saved our lives there. Oh god. Oh.
Casey,
Yeah.
that was me.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't care who it was. I just wanted it gone. Thank you, patient. Thank you so much. Guy, why the fuck didn't you veto that first?
I would have watched it.
That was weird even for me, but I don't think I would have vetoed it just to get you guys' reactions.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's still in play, unfortunately. But, you know, it's out of the way for now. We don't have to think about
This
it.
time at least we're nowhere near it because now we got 15 again. So
15.
whatever letter 15 is.
Why are we still going for... Oh. N? Oh, not N again.
So it is N. Okay, I've got to fucking count it. I should at least, like, find out how many are in the list every time, but whatever.
I suppose we could have a permaban system. We'd only get one ever, but I mean, since we only get the vetoes once a year, there's really no...
I could support that.
I mean, Patient was quick with that veto. Like, when he heard what this was, like, he didn't even ponder it.
It was
No
pretty quick.
hesitation.
I guess you got to be quick if you want to avoid the skis.
I waited long enough to hear the summary, just to be sure that it was as bad as I thought it was.
That's... yeah.
1, 3, 4.
1, 3, 4. Okie doke.
So what letter is this?
N.
N,
For never.
as in Naruto.
103.
If it lands on Naruto or one of the movies, we're not watching Naruto. That's stupid.
It's not gonna land. It's not gonna land on Naruto. And I think it's stupid if we have to watch it too, but for some reason, Case thinks we have to.
That's insane.
If it lands on
It
Naruto.
kind of defeats the purpose of Randome, which is watching anime we have not seen.
Or don't remember. In the case
Or
of Jackie
don't
Chan
remember.
Adventures.
I mean, we watched the Pokemon episode, but in fairness, that was like, what season was that? Like season 3 of Pokemon? Which
3.
is long after most of us had dropped out.
Yeah, that was like 13 years ago. I was done.
Okay, so... Okay, I don't know which one of these is actually the first show. Or whether they are even shows. Bear with me. That one's a film. And that one's a film. So, yeah, it was Noblesse, and we can't do that because there's no show to it. It's just films.
Okie doke. Reroll on the ends. And we get 87.
87. Okay, bear
Thank
with
you,
me.
Echo Kenshi. So yeah, if we get Naruto again, I'm gonna counter it on the principle of we have seen it and read the whole damn thing already. We read everything that was left anyway.
I mean,
So-
87 seems a bit too far down for Naruto.
Yeah, it's NA, so that would be fairly high. So, who knows?
I mean,
It's on topic. of Naruto, kind of, I guess. I don't
What, ninja
know whether
something?
these are separate shows. Yeah, it's Ninja Scroll.
Ninja Scroll.
There's two of
Ooh.
those, actually. I don't... Like, two that are literally just called Ninja Scroll. I don't know...
One of them is a film. At least one of them is a film.
Okay. Yeah, the other one isn't. It's a show.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a sequel series. So Ninja Scroll is a sequel to one of these other ninja shows.
Are you sure? Are you sure it is?
Probably. I mean, let me... after defeating the Immortal Warrior Himuro Genma, thwarting the dog, Kibagami Jubei continues to roam all over Japan as a masterless swordsman. Wait.
Okay.
Is this a sequel to the film?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's a spiritual sequel to the film.
It
film.
feels
The
like
story
we
stands
can't
alone.
really do that then.
Yeah,
If
best.
it's cool, then we can't. No.
Whatever. I've seen this before anyway.
Okay. So, roll again, I
Take it
guess.
from the top or from
From N. From N.
One more roll then.
Please don't be
And
like
we get-
97.
I mean, I don't have a choice. You want me to
We're
go
going
now?
to end up with Naruto if we keep on rolling it again. I mean,
we
the
just
most likely one is Naruto.
we just might because we got 26. So count that shit out. I guarantee you it's Naruto.
It's not actually. It's earlier. No, wait. It's gonna be Naruto. It's gonna be basic Naruto. But I'll
Okay,
count it out just to
then
check.
Really don't want to watch it because I've seen it.
10. What was the number again?
26.
Yeah,
12.
that's Naruto.
13. Yep. It would technically be Naruto. Wait. It's technically not Naruto.
What?
Is it
Yeah.
Is it the Rock? Is it the Rock
It's
Lee
Rock
thing?
Lee.
Oh, okay. I'll watch that.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that. I've actually never seen that series. Just like GIFs and stuff of it.
I've never seen it either. Yeah, so I don't know. I thought it was called Springtime of Youth or something.
I think that's the subtitle.
I mean, that was like the that was the manga.
Heroes
yeah,
of
okay.
Time. That would normally be the time I would make my cameo, but alas, I cannot.
Yeah. Wah.
Tell the listeners I love them.
I wouldn't have said anything. I would just let that go silent.
Yeah, I just ignored him.
Come now, that would be rude.
Yeah. That's pretty much my
I mean,
modus
Nexus,
operandi when
come
it
on.
comes to Zero.
Not as rude as clipping your fingernails or toenails into the mic. That's just on another level.
Yeah, it is. My intent was to just piss you guys off and annoy you.
Well, that's his name, isn't it? Slicer?
Slicing nails.
It's more of chopping, really. Anyway, so yeah, the anime this week is Naruto SD Rock Lee no Seishin Full Power Ninden.
Zero will enjoy that, especially the name.
How many did you say there were in the N category, Casey?
134.
134. Noting that down, maybe at some point I'll actually take a full roster of it so you don't have to go to the trouble of counting it out every week.
Yeah, that'd be good, but the problem is it doesn't. If
It's
it was
not
just a case of
constant.
copy and pasting the list, I could just put that into Word and it'd be fine, but it just doesn't work like that. It doesn't work. And then I could just put numbers on it, but instead what I have to do is type it out manually, which would take hours.
And you'd have to keep painstakingly checking to make sure
Yep.
the list is updated. So
Yep.
Oh. Seems simple enough to me. I suppose I'll just write it into an Excel program when I get the time. I mean, I do enjoy helping things that I'm a fan of.
I mean, I'd appreciate it, but don't put yourself too much out. I mean...
Come now, Casey. We know that I'm too patient for that.
God damn it!
I get it. Funny. But, yeah, it literally is hours of work, so I don't want you to, feel obligated.
If you got nothing better to do, but yeah, don't waste time on it.
Alright.
So what are the topics for this week?
Bear with me, I just need to, what was it? Wake Up
What's
Girls.
this last week?
And it's no... It's fucking Rock Lee. It's the Rock Lee anime. There. Done. Sorry, just...
It could be worse.
Filling out the link dump, that's all. So, topics this week. We actually get to do them. We're running up at about an hour and 20-ish. So, yeah, fuck it, let's do them.
Right. So,
Death by Canon is the first one. So, this is actually a paired topic with the next one that we're going to do after this. So, Death by Canon is... I think it was a trope, wasn't it, Kenji?
I mean, yeah, pretty much. But
It
you
was, yeah.
turn the actual meaning into the trope into the second. You kind of split the trope.
Yeah,
So basically, for this one, what you basically meant was, if I remember correctly, if you're writing a story, you kill someone off because they died in canon. Not exactly the way they died in canon, or it could be, but you kill them off in your story because, hey, they died in the actual source material, so
they have to die, is the logic.
Okay, the actual trope is called Doomed by Canon.
Yeah, that's the other thing that we're going to do later. That's why we're not calling it exactly that, because it's not the same.
That's... Hang on a sec. There's this copy.
Is this related to the topic, or are you doing something else?
It's fully related to the topic.
Okay.
Yeah, basically the logic is, yes, there's a trope called Death by Origin Story, or whatever it was called that Kenji called it. That's separate tropes. I don't know what Death by Origin Story is, just off the top of my head. But I'm going to guess it's, hey, your origin story is someone died and it sucks. And you're sad about it, and that means that character's backstory is they die.
I'm going to assume it's that it's not about the main character themselves, but about like their family. So like Batman's parents.
Okay, so we're going to ignore TV tropes entirely because it's just going to confuse the issue even more than it needs to be. So,
Right.
So, Death by Canon, basically what we mean by that is, as Kenji said, they died in canon, that means they have to die in my fanfiction. I would call it being overly attached to the canon work to the point where you're letting it dictate how your story goes.
Which is like 90% of all fan fiction, to be fair.
It is, but it's not 90% of good
Unfortunately.
fan fiction.
Well,
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
On the other hand, taking it too far so that you completely avert the trope for literally everyone who died, every protagonist who died has its own detriments to the story's well-being.
Yeah.
Am I right?
That
yeah,
would be
you
the
overblow the cast, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be the everybody lives thing, and no one dies and everything's super great all the time.
It takes drama and consequence out of what you're trying to do. If you just, for the sake of averting that trope of just going to save everybody.
Yeah,
doesn't
I mean,
work.
Death by Canon does the same thing, kind of, because, well, you know who's going to die, because they died in canon. Once you figure out that pattern, the story's basically told itself.
But, well, no, never mind. I don't really have a good point there.
No? Change mind? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think I've gone on record a few times of being fairly against just following the stations of canon, as TV tropes would call it. Sorry, it's useful sometimes, but it's just very, very limiting other times. So that, in particular, that style of writing fanfiction does not appeal to me at all. So this is a trope well, not a trope, but a thing in fanfiction that I was never going to like, just obeying the idea of this is how it has to be because the pro did it this way. The writer that I like did it this way, so I have to do it this way. I don't appreciate that. I think it's very limiting creatively in a field, let's call it a field, that is already kind of limited creatively. I mean, it's fanfiction. You're already basing it on someone else's work. Don't go mad with it, is my opinion.
I remember one of the worst reviews I ever got saying, I can't remember actually, the phrase he used was effectively to, I'm a bad writer because I completely dismissed the sacredcy of canon or something like that.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah.
They're like, why didn't you kill such and such? He died there in the real thing. I'm like, because that's not what this is. Chill out.
The whole point of fan fiction is to produce something different from the original story.
Yeah, there are some people who still consider like it to be sacred almost. You can't touch this thing or whatever.
Then why are you reading fan fiction? That kind of defeats the purpose.
The entire point of reading fan fiction is reading stories based around something that you like, in a universe that you like, that has potential, but does things differently. That is literally the entire point.
It looks like Zero is looking forward to Rock Lee.
I knew I should have used my veto.
No. You would have just made him sad. Not all of us.
Yeah, I don't really care.
You wouldn't even be here to enjoy it in person. Like, you couldn't enjoy it in person.
I don't even think the Rock Lee anime is actually that long. I think it's like 5 minutes or something.
Yeah, I think they're short episodes like that.
Yeah, so maybe watch a few of those, I guess. Like 2 or 3. Probably fine.
I probably will anyway. I mean, if they're really that enjoyable. I've heard nothing but good things about them, honestly.
Yeah. Alright. What were we talking about? Yeah, people getting overly attached to canon is the thing we were talking about. Yeah, I mean, it goes the other way as well. Characters have to stay alive because they stayed alive in canon is just as detrimental to creativity. Serpent Guy can vouch for that.
Can I?
So
I can't answer that one. Sorry, I think that might have been an insult, but it went over my head.
No, it wasn't an insult. You killed a character that, was integral to the canon plot, and, everyone threw a shit fit about it. It was hilarious.
Didn't I do that?
You killed Frankie.
Do that? Oh, yes, I did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
He's completely...
That's the main character that I murdered.
Yeah, he hates his own story so much that he has basically blanked it from his memory.
In the defense of that kind of mindset, though, sometimes you really can't afford to kill off named characters because there just aren't very many of them.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, you have a massive ensemble cast like One Piece. You can afford to off a few people.
Oh, yeah.
For the sake of drama and, doing things differently and new and interesting ideas. But if you're in, say, I don't know. I can't think of something that has a really huge cast, but let's say Friends, the sitcom from the 90s, let's call that. There were like 6 characters, 7 if you include the bartender at the fucking coffee shop. So if you kill one of them, you're losing a lot of like writing potential there. Not the best example I could have come up with, but it fucking works. There were 6 people in that show. Kill one of them, you've not got much to work with.
Hang on a moment. How about Bleach?
No, Bleach has
Bleach has a butt ton of characters.
The entire point of Bleach was basically creating more characters when the writer was bored. That's something he's gone on record as saying. So it has a lot of characters.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, every new faction that he introduced had 20 named characters that were important.
Until they weren't.
Yeah.
But any of them really important, or was it just...
At least a half dozen of them in every faction, so yeah.
Okay, so basically the thing with Doom by Canon for writing fanfiction is balancing characters whose deaths in canon can be repeated in the story for the sake of making a good story, and characters whose deaths in canon can be avoided to make a good story. It's basically balancing out which would be the better writing device for the story, or writing to follow canon or to change it so that the character survives.
It's one of the things I just kill off the characters you feel you need to kill off. Probably the simplest. But at the same time, don't try and keep everyone alive. Just do whatever story you want to write. It's probably the best advice I can give on that one, actually.
Yeah. Kill or don't kill, depending on where you want the story to go. Not where canon went, where you want the story to go. Tell your story, not the canon story.
Also, this is a major decision, usually, to kill off a character. So definitely think on it. Maybe ask some people for advice if you have people that can do that.
Unless we're talking about any Dragon Ball fic ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a similar universe where death is just meaningless.
Yeah, DC, Marvel, anywhere people die and come back all the time, doesn't really matter. It's a dramatic thing.
Yeah.
You're probably going to do the same thing and bring the character back anyway. Yeah. A lot of people who just kill off characters that were really, really popular tend to find, oh, I've actually cut off quite a few options that I wanted, and now that I want them, I guess I could just bring that character back. That's fine, right? And
alternatively, there was the whole Majin Buu arc from Dragon Ball Z. At the end of the Cell saga, the creator intended to leave Goku dead, but the fans objected, so he had to write in a convoluted plotline that brought Goku back to life.
Yeah. Not a fan of Dragon Ball, but I probably would have preferred if Goku just kind of stayed dead. That would have been okay by me, but I didn't.
They, in canon, did they ever have one of those moments like they did in the abridged series where somebody goes, hey, why are we upset they're dead?
Actually, yes, they did at one point. It was early in the Dragon Ball Z series after Nappa killed Yamcha. Master Roshi was taking it nonchalantly in response to Bulma's grief, saying that they could just wish him back with the Dragon Balls.
And they did it again in the Buu saga because Piccolo was trying to buy time for Gotenks to learn how to get the Super Saiyan 3 so they could fight in Buu. And Piccolo was like, yeah, why don't you just, while you're waiting for him to come out of the hyperbolic time chamber, just go kill everyone on Earth. And everyone was all like, how could you say that? Piccolo was like, we can wish him back. Everybody, we've done it. We can do that. We have Dragon Balls people.
Of course, that didn't make it any easier for him. He was still against letting them all die. He was just trying to buy more time for Gotenks. But it's backfired horribly as Buu.
Yeah, he used like one technique that killed just about everyone on Earth except for the strongest people or something.
The human extinction technique or something like that, where he just murdered everything? Yeah.
The only ones on the planet's surface who survived were the other Z fighters, Tien and Chaozu, and Hercule.
Because
of course.
Well, to be fair, they might... Hercule did get a significant amount of character development in the Buu saga. He played a crucial part in it all.
Oh, yeah.
I actually started to like him. The only reason I don't like him now is because Team 4-Star goes crazy with it.
I don't know. I think they're going to have a lot of fun with that character in the abridged series. It's going to be great.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
I'm worried they're going to go take it too far and make him too important.
I
don't think so. They tend not to do that, really.
It's not about the importance they give him, because they're not going to do that. What they're going to do is make his lines even better.
That's what I want to see. He is a legitimately fun. Yeah.
There are some things that even Team 4-Star can't improve on, though. I mean, I've never seen the abridged series, but my brother has, and he repeatedly quotes the line from Canon when Raditz blasted Piccolo's arm off.
Got your arm?
No.
What? I don't actually know
I don't know that line.
what line that is.
I really didn't want to have to say it, but it was along the lines of, "Excuse me, has anyone seen my arm? You can't miss it. It's green!"
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, that...
Why would you quote that constantly? That makes no sense to context
No.
whatsoever. There's no context for that.
My
I believe
brother is
that
a
might be the
plan.
point.
Okay. Didn't they actually use that line in DBZA?
That's
I don't
what
think
I
so.
was saying.
Oh yeah, that's your point.
I
Yeah,
don't-
sorry. Yeah, Borderlines to quote though. That's a weird one. I mean, in particular, I'm a fan of the Party Pooper song. But, that's just me. So
Anyway, I believe. I was just going to say that I believe that covers Death by Canon, essentially.
pretty much, yep. So next topic is Doom by Backstory. Like I say, these were paired topics. This is similar, not the same. Doom by Backstory is actually a canon trope where you get the backstory of a character, and in that character's backstory, someone dies. Someone important to them, let's say. Then you get, say, a flashback arc or something, and it tells a story of, say, that character that died, and you know from the very start of the story, yeah, that character's gonna die. So, kind of, it both
Wasting my time here.
a little bit, but it's a different kind of story since you already know how it ends. It's almost like the in medias res thing where they start in the middle and then go flashback. And it's the how do they get to that point is the point of the story.
Or it's what lesson they instilled in the main character or in someone else or whatever. The focus on their actions and the effects that it has, not them as a person or something.
Yeah.
For example, pretty much every Straw Hat Pirates flashback ever, most of the flashbacks in that TV series Once Upon a Time,
Most superhero origin stories.
the Dragon Ball movie that covered the events of the story of Goku's father, Bardock, which was originally non-canon, but the creator liked the story enough that he made Bardock canon.
It was pretty solid.
Yeah.
The time travel one was a little weird, but
We don't talk about that. Let's just let those sleeping dogs lie.
Say hi-ho, Tupac. Hi-ho.
Unless we're talking abridged.
Anyway, sorry. I keep bringing up Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I need to stop doing that. It was fun. I rewatched it a couple weeks ago. Anyway. So yeah, this, like Slicer, I think it was Slicer said, it's more about, it's not necessarily about that character's journey, it's about that character's effects on everyone else around them.
It's not something you see in fanfiction very often, mostly because fanfiction doesn't like OCs, which is what it would have to be.
Yeah. It would have to be OCs. It would
that
have to
gray
expand
area where
on...
it's like a named character, but they...
Go ahead.
All right, it's the middle ground of OC and named character, where it's like it's a character, but we don't know what their personality is. So there'd be a lot of that.
Yeah, so
but
say,
generally
for
when
example...
you're doing that, you're...
Go on.
Generally, if you do that before the character's been fully introduced, you're going to just go non-canon, I guess, because it will be introduced eventually. And then whatever your version is going to be wrong, which I've seen happen, actually. Cool.
Okay.
The only example that I can think of is Luna from My Little Pony.
Yeah, we'll
It's the
get
first
that.
one that
That's
comes to mind.
it's a good pull on that reference there, Slicer. Way to
There's
bring it back around for all of us in the podcast. Yeah. Yep. My Little Pony. We got that one. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I know
There
it's
is
super topical.
Yeah.
There is
Okay.
another way to set that out. Like, since it's fan fiction, you don't have to adhere strictly to the limitations of canon when you start your story. So you can use a named character for this. You just have to establish at some point that, yeah, they're not showing up because stuff happened before I actually started writing the story in the time span. So
you're saying having a canon character just not show up and then you reveal
Explain
that,
why.
hey, they died in a backstory, basically.
Yeah.
Before this sort of stuff. That's an interesting approach that I don't see very often at all.
No, I've never seen it myself, but yeah, they could do it actually. That might be interesting.
It sounds like a really interesting idea, to be honest.
it's because a lot of people like to work off when they start stories that are going to go that long. They like to start off with the framework that canon did set and then go from there, usually, so you don't see that kind of thing often.
Yeah.
Sorry. That was a
No, you're
fantasy
not.
football update.
No,
I
you're
am
not.
sorry.
You're not
I thought I put it on vibrate. Apparently I didn't.
Today, no one is sorry for interrupting the podcast with stupid shit. Not that we were talking
yeah,
about
that should be
anything.
our title. Fandom Flux is not sorry.
Yeah, that works.
I don't know. I rather prefer the one that Casey came up with before, just for the sake of provoking the fans' imaginations.
Yeah, you laughed at that one harder.
Okay, fair
Also, with Casey talking about his body hair, it kind of counts more.
enough. Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's
Of course, the Phantom Flux is not sorry could also apply for that because I know he's not at all for the image that he put in our minds with that.
I'm a
But-
hairy man.
Whatever.
I figured that would appeal to you with your love for the idea of growing hair on any surface. You know, it seemed like it'd be right up your alley. No? Only on houses? Okay.
No,
We could
really.
we could combine the two terms.
Fandom Flux is grooming and not sorry about it.
Phantom Flux is not sorry for grooming.
That second one is what I had in mind.
That's a bit long, but
yeah, we could do that one.
anyway. Anything else to say about Doom by backstory?
Well, how would you recommend going about writing it into a fan fiction? Or an
Well,
is-
Would you want it in the fan fiction?
I mean,
So
it depends on what you're going for.
I mean, what you could do is just expand on a character's backstory and have that be the story. So, say you could write about, I don't know, off the top of my head, Belmer's career in the Marines. It's not a particularly great idea. It doesn't seem like it would be that interesting, but it's an example. It's something that you could do that would expand on canon without, getting in the way of it. It's a good way to do it. It's a good way to write in, say, the canon universe, which people are so apparently enamored with, without actually disturbing anything of canon and getting...
That's a
changing
good
things.
example. That's a good example to me because you don't know shit about her Marine career. Also, from how she found Nami in Nojiko.
Yeah.
Wars, as far as I know, wars and shit like that, battles like that don't happen that often in East Blue. So she could have gotten them from fucking anywhere.
Pretty
You could
much.
just write about,
Oh.
you could just write about her going and being anywhere in the whole world. East Blue, West Blue, you can make up places, whatever you want to do. It's just you know what the framework of the story is going to be and how it's going to eventually end.
On the other hand, if it was in the East Blue, I think that recent revelations in canon might just reveal exactly what happened there. Time will tell. Wow.
Mm.
Oh shit, are we
recent-
gonna get Nami's extended backstory? That'd be interesting.
We've gotten Sanji's, and I think that might possibly tie into it. No guarantees yet, but given
Sorry,
recent revelations...
I've been keeping up with Canon. How was that tie into it?
For the sake of not...
Let's not spoil.
Okay, yeah, fine, fair enough. Okay.
I'll type it out here.
So if no one actually wants to know about that, then don't read the fucking chat, apparently. Alright, that's fine.
Oh no, I will be spoiled on One Piece.
What? Frankie is Nami's dad?
that was good.
It was about the right age range, in fairness.
Lies.
Be cool, though, you gotta admit.
Oda has gone on the record saying that if the Straw Hats were a genuine family, Frankie would be the father.
Kooky uncle is what I would see, to be honest, but okay. Alright.
Time will tell.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyone.
Feels like we're done with that topic, I think. Unless anyone's got anything to add.
We even had a topic about it.
Is that a no?
So, recommendations then?
Recommend.
Wrap up? Or
Yeah. Recommendations, I guess. We're fucking moving on. Anyone got anything? I don't think I have anything, to be honest.
I do not.
give me a second to look up my alert page.
I'm doing the same
most
thing
of the
right
way
now.
there now.
Likewise.
Spot, and I don't have anything. Oh God.
Well, that just means it's your job to vamp while we find out.
No.
Fair enough.
That bird is pretty. Kick its ass.
Let's mix quotes.
Yeah.
Would you care to repeat that, you son of a bitch? I feel like 16 would be mad about that quote.
You cut out there, TT. It sort of diminished the
It's fine.
attempt.
I quoted 16, it's fine.
Yeah. Stop making out with your boyfriend. I
It
can
sounds
hear it.
like-
It sounds like...
Yeah, I actually don't have one. I've added a few stories recently, but they're not really good. They're just something to read.
Hmm. God damn it, now I'm just remembering Guru quotes. Fucking Kenji.
Sorry. You said vamp. No one else is talking. We're all searching for so.
I'm playing Rocket League.
Of course you are.
It's not very long. It's actually only 6,800 words. It's called Loody Rose, Loody Rose. It's got Manos Cain. I still don't know how to pronounce that.
I don't either.
John and Pyrrha discovered something about Ruby that is very amusing and perverted. That's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Again, it's just shy of 7,000 words, so I can't really say much without giving away everything that's there.
Okay. I'm gonna bend the rules a little bit on recommendations, and I'm going to recommend Zero's rewrite of M1N470 because he was having a bit of a crisis of creativity because someone was saying preferred the original and that a lot of the things in the original were missed out in the new version, and they were full of shit. And it's a really good story, and it's a lot more in-depth and interesting than the original was, and he's going to be taking it in some interesting directions. So check that out.
I'm not sure if that's actually bending the rules. I mean, we can't recommend our own stuff. We can recommend each other's, because I know that because Kenshi always laughed about it.
Oh,
There's a rule against recommending your own things.
Yes.
I mean, I certainly wouldn't have recommended my own story. That just seems like common courtesy. I wasn't aware it was actually a rule.
No. It's kind of an unspoken gentleman agreement kind of thing. It's not
Okay.
actually a rule.
Makes enough sense. We're here to promote other things, after all.
Yeah, basically.
I thought we were just here because we were all bored and nothing else to do.
Don't reveal our secrets. Shut up.
Well, it's not like he's revealing something a lot more critical, like, say, our names, our real names. Not like we actually know them.
I mean, I'm pretty sure anyone can guess my name.
I know Ken's name. I know Zero's name. I know Slice's. I handle the Patreon stuff. I have to actually send it to them. So.
Yeah, we all know each other's names.
No, you don't know my name.
I don't know Guy's name. I actually do know Patient's name. I guess I know everyone but Guy's name.
Guy, is your name Guy?
Nope.
It is now.
If memory serves, he didn't want to be called Guy because that wasn't his name. But I guess he's, changed his mind and he doesn't want it to be known by his name anymore.
Yeah, he was swerving us. He was trying to pull the wool over our eyes, so we didn't call him by his actual name. But too bad, Guy.
I know his name.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
You put it on Skype, Guy.
Yeah, that's not my name. That's a different Skype account. My name isn't actually John Adam. That's just a completely made-up name.
Oh, yeah.
Fair enough, then.
So, audience, you now know Guy's name. Congratulations.
That's not my name. That's why I kind of make up a...
Well, you can tell us your name, and they won't think that's your name. Until they do, that's your name, John Adam.
The word name has lost all meaning to the name. We've said it so many times.
Whatever. All we know is that you can just call a guy John Adam, and he'll answer to it because that's his government. That's what's on his birth certificate.
Nope.
Yep.
Certainly not.
It is until you tell us what is.
I think we should probably fucking call it. Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's call it.
Sure.
I don't have any recommendations myself, surprisingly enough. Or if I do, I can't be certain that I haven't made them before, so I'm going to need to check.
Okay.
So, yeah, it can wait until next week, I suppose.
I mean, there's been like whole months where Kenshi hasn't recommended anything. In fact, not even just months, like seasons. It's just given nothing.
Actually, particular about things I recommend.
Yeah.
As well you should be.
I got freaking standards. I don't need people reading crap and be like, why did Kenshi recommend this? His taste must be terrible. Got a reputation to uphold.
Is he just repeating what I say now?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Well, screw both you guys.
Okay.
I do have taste and a reputation. And they're both sterling.
Okay. So thank you everyone for joining on the Fandom... Oh, sorry, Casey, that's your line.
Is it? Is it now?
That kind of weirdly demonic there at the end. Jesus. Your voice dropped.
Are you becoming the new Zero, trying to, like, steal my spot? Is that what's happening right now? Are there two of them?
Now, why would I want to take your job, Casey? Why?
That's a good question. It's too much fucking work. All right, so I'd like to thank everyone for listening to the Fandom Flux Podcast episode 149. If you'd like to get into contact with us, you can do so via the YouTube channel through the comments. Please do it on Patreon if you feel so inclined. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for listening to the Fandom Flux Podcast episode 149. Bye now.
The unsurpassed of the podcast bids you all a fond farewell.
What does that even... I don't...
So what are we doing?
So, we just had a this is literally just after we finished recording, like a minute after, and, yeah, so, the whole video podcast thing, that's probably not happening next week. So...
Not next week, at least.
No, so, see, thing is, literally just found out that Guy won't actually be here next week, which would mean we'd be down to me, Kenshi...
Actually, I'm pretty certain I told you.
You might have done, but that was also weeks ago, and I'd need, like, forewarning. You could have said any time we were planning to do the 150 that week. whatever. We're not placing blame. All right. So we won't be doing it next week. It will probably be the week after. Because 4 people. It's a podcast cast, but I'd like more than that for the occasion. It'd be good.
That makes sense.
Indeed.
So 151, the Mew episode, will be the video podcast now.
Stop being bummed.
How about we call the next episode 149.5?
Yeah, do that.
Perfect.
That could work too.
Yes, let's do that.
Sure.
Fandom Flux is pushing the schedule, something like that.
Yeah, it works. It's not bad. All right. So, yeah. Bye now.